I realized in my senior year that that I didn't really know what I was working towards. That I was working towards this vague idea of success, of being successful, being somebody. So I felt like I needed something to direct me towards something that was maybe more meaningful and more fulfilling for me. What was really attractive about TBB was the fact that it was proposing a new way of thinking, and it had a very specific goal of gaining a new perspective about the world. And I think what I needed wasn't just sort of a let's go party in Brazil sort of gap year. What I really needed was some sort of direction on how to think about myself, how to think about my place in society. I think that's ultimately what was going to be most helpful for me in sorting out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. It's very easy to sort of sit in classrooms and talk about economics, to talk about development, to talk about societies of the world, and to do readings, and to do your readings and to learn all the information that you can about these societies. But it's completely different to come into a class and to have experienced another culture, and to, especially the culture that you're studying, and to have this real world grounding in what it's like to actually be in China or in India or in South Africa. And it's something that's irreplaceable by readings, any amount of readings or documentary watching. Even if you come in with sort of your own motivations and your own reasons for being at college, it's very easy to get caught up in the college agenda. That it's very easy to come in this idea of the report card, the internship, the high-paying job. It's great to have had the gap year, to have had TBB first, because I think that the perspective that TBB sort of gave me on who I am and what I value and what's meaningful to me sort of lets me sort of be more independent of that and to pursue more what I want. I think what TBB sort of really taught me was how to find meaning in contributing to something bigger than yourself, and to something that has a greater purpose than just your own sort of immediate wishes and desires. The program leaders are at this great age where they're sort of mature enough to be responsible and to offer guidance in a pretty scary situation abroad. But they're also sort of young enough and relatable enough that you end up forming these really strong bonds. You're used to having teachers in class, teachers who set the agenda, who sort of have the knowledge and they pass it on to you. And that's not what program leaders are. And that's the great thing about it, because it's very much sort of you're learning together. And so it's much, I find it was very easy to sort of bond with the program leaders in a way that I would never bond with teachers or even professors here at college. Do it. It's something that ultimately a lot of people in college hear about and they regret doing, and it's something that I will never regret doing in my life, because it's just really given me a sense of direction and a sense of purpose.